Dear President Putin, my dear friend, I am very glad to see you online on the eve of the Chinese New Year. On the threshold of the year, it's time to sum up and make plans for the future. In 2024 year, we met 3 times in Beijing, Astana and Kazan. And we have reached a number of important agreements. We have solemnly celebrated the 75th anniversary of the establishment of the type of relations between China and Russia. Sino-Russian relations, the core of which is eternal kinship and friendship, comprehensive strategic cooperation, mutually beneficial cooperation and mutual gain, acquire a whole new vitality. The year for Russia is not without bright moments. Bilateral practical cooperation is steadily expanding. There is a steady trend towards growth in mutual trade. And the eastern minibus outside of China-Russia has been driven to increase capacity earlier than planned. The parties closely cooperate within the framework of the UN, SCO, BRIC, and other international platforms, which brings more positive energy to the reform and improvement of the global governance system. This year is marked by the 80th anniversary of the victory of the Chinese people in the war of resistance to the Japanese invaders, the victory of the Soviet Union in the Great Patriotic War, and the victory of the World Anti-Fascist War, as well as the 80th anniversary of the Windows. Together with our Russian colleagues, we will support the uncentric international system in this context, defend the victory in World War II, washed with the blood and lives of millions of people, and defend the rights of China and Russia as legal founders of the UN and permanent members of the Security Council. In the new year, we are going to take Sino-Russian relations to a new height together with you. To resist external uncertainty on the basis of maintaining stability and stress the stability of Sino-Russian relations. In the name of the development and prosperity of countries, international justice and equality. I have everything so far. Thank you. Thank you, dear Chairman Alexei Jinping. Dear friend, I am sincerely glad to welcome you and to have the opportunity to talk according to the established good tradition at the beginning of the year in order to summarize the work over the past period, outline new plans for the development of the Russian-Chinese comprehensive partnership and strategic cooperation. I agree with you that the basis of cooperation between Moscow and Beijing is a broad community of national interests and a convergence of views on what relations between major powers should be. We build our ties on the basis of friendship, mutual trust and support, equality and mutual benefit. These ties are self-sufficient, independent of domestic political factors and the current global conjuncture. Their comprehensive strengthening fully meets the objectives of the integrated development of Russia and China, improving the well-being of the peoples of both countries. I think that the past year has been very fruitful for us. We have widely celebrated the 75th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations. During our May visit to China, we launched a large-scale project of cross-cultural years together with you. Useful negotiations took place in July on the sidelines of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit in Astana. You just said that. And, of course, I was glad to meet you in October in Kazan. I would like to take this opportunity to thank you again for your support of the Russian BRICS presidency. We coordinate our steps on other multilateral platforms, in the United Nations and its Security Council, in the SCO, the Group of 20, In APEC, we jointly advocate for building a more equitable multipolar world order. We work in the interests of ensuring indivisible security in the Eurasian space and in the world as a whole. It is safe to say that foreign policy relations and the joint work of Russia and China, objectively, play an important stabilizing role in international affairs. At the end of the year, despite the negative impact from the outside, we managed to achieve new good indicators in mutual trade. Although we have counted the data for only 11 months so far, the second turnover showed an increase of more than 7% and reached more than $220 billion. According to Chinese statistics, the whole year it amounted to almost $245 billion. The People's Republic of China is our main trading partner, and Russia confidently occupies the 5th place in the list of countries trading counterparties of China. China is the largest consumer of Russian energy resources. We hold the 1st place in terms of oil exports to China. 5 years ago, we launched the operation of the Power of Siberia gas pipeline together with you. Today, Russia has come out on top in terms of natural gas supplies to China. In December of the 24th year, a roadmap was signed on the implementation of a comprehensive program of cooperation on fast neutron reactors and nuclear fuel closure, nuclear fuel cycle. And these are the technologies of the future of nuclear energy. Successful joint projects are being implemented in industry, transport, agriculture, and other areas. The practice of holding fairs of goods made in Russia in the provinces of the People's Republic of China has proven itself well. Humanitarian ties are expanding within the framework of the cross years. Culture in accordance with the Russian plan alone, over 130 events have already been held in both countries. Oncoming tourist flows, sports, and educational exchanges are growing. Mr. Chairman, this year we are preparing to celebrate the 80th anniversary of the great victory with dignity. Memory, they are sacred for the peoples of our countries, who waged a bloody struggle against the aggressors and defeated the enemy, at the cost of countless sacrifices. The ideology of fascism, Nazism, and militarism must not be allowed to raise its head again. It is important, together with our other like-minded people, to carefully preserve and defend the historical truth. Dear friend, I would now like to personally congratulate you and the friendly Chinese people on the new 2025th year and the upcoming spring holiday. Let me wish you good health and good luck, as they say in China, good luck in 10,000 cases. And to your people, peace and prosperity.